What's going on, guys? This is episode 7 of Pardon the Dashboard, and I'm at my mental capacity for this episode. We are running a live stream right now with about 70 viewers, and it's taken me about an hour and a half just to figure out how to do this. And one of the things that I'm dealing with right now is a 1-second echo, so I feel like I'm constantly interrupting myself. It's a pretty big pain in the ass. But with me today, I have, as always, IXI Sweat, fellow veteran, also known as Ben. And our guest for today is The End.
Future veteran.
Yeah, Future veteran. Right. I like that.
And we all know you're technically challenged. It's all right.
I am, dude. I'm telling you. Like, for the longest time, I had the camera on me, and I was just like completely intent on this screen. It's
you took about 1 hour and like 20 minutes just to get that live stream going, but
looking at every thread on the internet, I think I'm the first one to figure out how to do this the way that I did.
And I'm just glad that I was here for it because it was really high comedy, like for real. It was funny. You guys want to watch some? Never mind. We can't. We didn't even record it or anything. I wish I'd have done some kind of screen recording or something. Because it was
definitely not.
He was just sitting there about an hour and 20 minutes trying to figure something out.
I really was. And I had a beer and it's all warm now and I'm drinking it. But
isn't this the part where I'm supposed to talk about what I do with my channel?
The End.
Yes,
right. What you got going on with your channel?
So what I do with my channel is I do mainly, well, now Battlefield videos since I'm so tired of Call of Duty, since it's like the same shit, different toilet every year. And I just like to do commentaries, and I'm trying to work on a couple of like Black Ops movies since they got the theater mode going. So hopefully if that thing goes right, then I'll do more. And that's basically what I do with my channel.
That's cool, man. You think Battlefield 3 is going to have the theater?
I heard from a couple of people that Battlefield 3 is going to have it. Like, they were talking about, like, it was in articles, but I'm not too sure because EA is not really big on that. They focus on gameplay, really.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, that theater mode is so convenient from a commentator point of view, I tell you.
And in Battlefield with tanks and jets and choppers and everything, that theater mode would be badass to have.
That's true.
Yeah, they're putting themselves behind the curve if they don't incorporate it.
Yeah, I really do think so. Like if they incorporate theater mode, it's definitely gonna blow Call of Duty out of the water.
I think so too. Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do anyway.
And even without it, it'll blow Call of Duty out the water.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is gonna do that because it's like, if you ever look at those videos, everybody says it in the comments, and what they say is so true. The Call of Duty scene is basically, there's a camper in that building. We all got to figure out a way to kill him. The Battlefield scene is, there's a camper in the building. The dude blows up the building, and that's it.
Throw C4 at the wall behind him, and
that's what we always do in Bad Company, too. Whenever there's a camper, we just knock down the building, and he's done. So
yeah.
That's how you handle it. Or you just get your buddy with the tank, and he comes and just blows the building halfway to Hitler, and then that's it. We keep moving.
Perfect.
That's how we roll.
All right.
So we were gonna. What else we were gonna talk about?
What you got there for us, Sweat?
Mortal Kombat, gentlemen, and just released. What was that, yesterday? And what are your thoughts on it? I mean, to me, I'm not gonna play it. Was never big into the arcade because all I do when I used to go to arcades when I was a kid is just spam the buttons, and I know how much that pisses off some of you hardcore arcade gamers. So I mean, I'm not gonna get into that. But what I do know is G4 said it was the best Mortal Kombat series. It starts at the Mortal Kombat 1 and builds on a great storyline. And yeah, what are your thoughts on it, guys?
I think they got some great hype behind it this time, and that's what's really important these days when it comes to a game. Like SOCOM just came out, and I didn't get any hype from that game whatsoever. So now that it's out, I'm like, well, shit, why didn't it? You know, but Mortal Kombat definitely has that behind it.
Hold on. So you talking about SOCOM 4 that came out?
Yeah.
It came out already?
That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It just came out? Wow.
It came out yesterday.
Wow. Hold on. Yeah, all right. Whoa, it did. Wow.
All right, well.
But that, I
didn't even notice that. I had the beta, and I was trying to figure out when it came out. But yeah, you're totally right, though. I didn't really hear shit about it. I played the beta for like 30 minutes and then put it down. I didn't get into it. It sucked. Like, I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. It just felt weird.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's because it's third person, but at the same time,
I was about to say, kind of getting off the subject of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, we
because,
are
again,
talking
I'm not
about
gonna
Mortal
play
Kombat, but that does reinforce
it's
my point.
it's like Gears of War 3. That's why I'm not going to get in. I've never been into the third person SOCOM 4, same type of deal. Third person is just not my thing. But trying to transition back.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
I never
into
really.
it, or
Nah, I'm not really into those type of games. The whole fighting thing, and I've always been like the shooter type person. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Battlefield. That's always been me. Things like Mortal Kombat, I just can never get into.
You know what's really interesting about Mortal Kombat to me, which is what I think a lot of games need to keep in mind, is that you have the ability to watch your friends play. And I think that's going to be really big in the coming years. What I want to do, and what I wish was already implemented, was for me to log onto my Xbox, and if my friend's playing Mass Effect, I want to watch his gameplay. And you can do that with Mortal Kombat. You can actually, from what I understand, you can taunt them and stuff like that, and that's really what I like to see.
So it's like a spectating mode.
Yeah.
Kind of like this. If we were playing Mortal Kombat on the screen right now, and we had the live stream here talking about it.
Exactly, and you can talk shit and have fun with it.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely would. I don't think it'll work as great like something like that into first-person shooters, because when people play first-person shooters, they actually want to play. I think they'll get bored after a while of just spectating.
That's true, but sometimes you just want to give your friend some shit when he doesn't want to hear it.
Yeah, I think if there was to be the same thing with the Call of Duty community, I think everybody would be watching Wings and giving him shit, because that's all they ever do. But in Mortal Kombat, I think it's good, because it's like back in the days when people used to go to the arcades.
Yeah,
and everybody used to crowd around that 25-cent machine and just curse at him or whatever.
That's exactly what it takes me back to. Those people standing behind you at the machine, and that's what's so awesome about it. But let's go ahead and move on to the next subject, man.
Sure, and that was the escalation map pack for Call of Duty Black Ops. And I'm going to let you guys go ahead and say your piece, because there was one line that I'm sure one of you may cover that one of the developers said that immediately made me want to jump into the screen and strangle him. So what are your thoughts on the escalation map pack, guys?
Well, I'm curious now. What's the line?
Yeah, I was just about to ask the same thing.
The line was, I think it word for word is, there's plenty of places to hide and get a jump on people.
You're kidding. He didn't say that. Who said that?
There are plenty of places to hide and get a jump on people.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He should just reword himself into what he was really trying to say. Guys, it's very camper friendly. Just find a corner, put your motion sensor underneath your asshole, and you'll be good for the rest of the game. He should have just said it exactly like that.
I mean, there's supposed to be a lot more lines of sight, long lines of sight for sniping, which is fantastic. That's appealing to snipers, that want to snipe. The fact is, they can't fix sniping on the game, and there's always going to be the issue with the sniper. So, yeah, man, I tell you what I was most concerned with is I thought that was my finals week, because I do a poor job of keeping track of when my finals is. Luckily, that's the week before finals, so I'll be able to do my whatever midnight extravaganza of covering the map packs and getting videos out, and then I'll be able to have finals next week. But what are you guys' thoughts on it? I mean, other than the fact that this guy just came out and said, hey, campers are going to love this.
Campers are going to love this, man. Me, I always say I hate Call of Duty and everything like that, but I end up sucking into it and just buying it. That's the way I am. I actually was lucky with the PS3 version of the First Strike. I got it for free. But hopefully I could get this one for free. I don't have to give Activision my money, because I really
got
don't.
one word. Maybe it's two, but now it's one word. Tiger blood.
What?
Fucking tigers, dude. I'm excited to see how they incorporate that into the jungle map. The zoo map. You know,
they're going to have tigers in the zoo map?
Yes. That's what everybody's all debating about right now, is if instead of dogs, we're going to have tigers. Is there going to be a red zone where you get attacked by tigers instead of shot by guns, like in
that would be
Berlin
crazy.
Wall?
A 9-kill streak.
How have I not seen that yet? That is hilarious.
Or what is it? 11-kill streak, right? Yeah, look at that. I haven't been playing Black Ops that much. I forget.
But that's what everybody's talking about right now. Because I mean, they've been slowly incorporating more and more map danger zones, I guess you would call them. I mean, like in Berlin Wall, in the red zone.
Yeah, and I guess they're also trying to implement more interactivity with the maps For example, like in the radiation map, you can open and close the doors.
Yes, and they're doing that in one of them. I can't remember the name of the map, but they're having this central building, which is pretty much going to be the focus of all the firefights, I think. And once you get in, you can seal off most entrances with
And let the tigers out.
Well, that's another thing. I don't think because it's not on Zoo, but there you go. He said the one of the developers said, you can close the doors and you can lock down that building. Meaning you can close the doors and you can put your guns facing inside the building and wait for them to come inside instead of running around outside of it. Like I don't know what they're.
I think it would be
what
cool.
they're trying to promote there.
I think it would be cool if they had like what one of you guys was talking about, a danger zone, but instead you press like a button and it opens up a gate and a whole bunch of like tigers and cheetahs run out. That would be fucking awesome, man. There's no way in hell you can outrun a cheetah. No way in hell. So that would be awesome.
Or an ostrich or something like that, because ostriches, believe it or not, are pretty fucking scary.
This is getting ridiculous. Portal 2. Portal 2.
All right, yeah, let's move on to Portal 2. Let's
Not
see
a
what I
fan
have
of
written on
Portal.
that. I'm a fan of Portal, kinda, but it's gotten to the point where a puzzle game doesn't hold my interest when I sit down at the Xbox. And what me and Sweat were talking about earlier was the only time I play puzzle games is on my phone. So if they somehow incorporate it into the phone so I can play while I'm taking a shit, I'll be really excited about this game. But otherwise, I'd rather invest my time.
I was really
in
hoping he was going to include that. And that's my thing. I mean, the entire point of this game is a puzzle, right? I mean, I'm not a fan. I don't intend on buying it. Why are there so many Let's Plays and speed runs and everything? Like, why do people want to watch videos of it?
Yeah, I know. I don't get that too. The whole point of a puzzle is for you to figure it out, not to have other people figure it out for you. That makes no sense. Why buy the game? Just watch the freaking videos. Like, it makes no sense.
What fulfillment do you get out of like doing it after somebody showed you how to do it?
And so many commentators have come out with videos in the past day or two, and I feel like I already know the first half of the game.
Yeah. It's like you already played through the game. So what's the point of buying it anyways?
Now, while I find Hutch's and CNNer's playthrough completely hilarious, I feel like I no longer need to buy the game,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But me, I have Portal, the first one, for my PC, but I played it probably for 5 minutes, and I just got bored really quick. It's just not my type of puzzle game.
Yeah, and I've said this before, what it really comes down to is, I don't have the time that I used to play Xbox. So when I finally sit down on my console after a long day, I have to sit there and debate, what do I want to do? Do I want to play a puzzle game, or do I want to shoot people in the face? And usually it goes to shooting people in the face.
Especially after a tough day, your brain is mentally just exhausted. You just need the rest. I don't think a puzzle game would be the best,
Exactly.
The rest, I just want to vent and shoot people in the face. I don't want rest.
Yeah, for me, it takes more than that to calm me. That's why I play Battlefield. Instead of shooting people in the face, I just like to blow shit up. It's much more fulfilling. Seeing a building just come down with a camper in it, it gives you a feeling like, bitch, that's the feeling. That's the feeling. That's the feeling you get. But I don't think a puzzle game for me would be great for like after a long day.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our last topic here, which is round 3 of Commentator Madness. Now people are getting upset. It's no longer March.
Yeah,
it's dragging out a little bit, but I mean, you gotta figure. But man, I'm first of all, big shout outs to Quake and Chiz. Those guys are really battling.
Yeah.
And, they're being really successful. So congrats to those guys.
It's actually congratulations, which is better than congratulations. It's like
a lot of people were saying how the judgment is biased, and one piece of evidence towards that was that T. Martin, or if that's the way you pronounce his name, he uploaded a video that he posted already, and what he did, he just put subtitles over it. So that's what everybody was complaining about. That why did he advance to the next round or some shit like that?
Did
you see the explanation?
We touched on that before when we first started this as a topic on this series, and there's always going to be complaints that something's rigged. I mean,
yeah, of course.
You're judging talent. How do you do that? How do you break that down into numbers?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, it's much different from like having a a competition with sports. You know, that instead this is talent. So it's much harder to judge and like, you know, satisfy everybody that's viewing this March Madness thing.
Absolutely. There's no final number at the end, like in March Madness.
Because
what's one of your favorite
Woody
videos
can
this
like
week?
one guy and everybody can hate that guy, you know?
Yeah,
And he's the judge, so that's the way it's going to work out.
that's true. That's true. What's one of your favorite videos this week? Have you watched?
What?
Have you watched any of the videos this week?
What, for Commentator March Madness?
Yes, sir.
I haven't watched any of it. I just saw the one thing with
Oh,
Tim
really?
Martin. I'm not. It's kind of weird with me. I'm like, I make commentaries, but I can't watch commentaries. It's,
Really?
it's so ironic. Yeah, it really is.
Well, I'll throw something in there then, because what I've noticed, the videos that are being most successful, and it's because I'm trying to incorporate it in my own videos, you know, because face it, it's almost like the NFL where it's a copycat league. It's the videos that are doing like a little bit of editing, you know, just a slight bit of editing, you know, a few effects, but keeping the main exciting gameplay and the regular down to earth commentary or exciting commentary or whatever it is. But you're not changing, you know, everything you do about a video for the March Madness. Those are the videos that are being successful. You know, a few subtle edits and stuff like that. And I mean, if you look, that's what the guys are like. The smaller guys are beating, you know, these big names with when it does happen. When Chiz moves past Ricky Chops, who, you know, he was really bold with the cartoon, not the cartoon, the comic.
And
book.
I know that took hours.
Yeah, you know, he worked his ass off. There's no question about that. And not to say Chiz didn't, but I'm saying it seems like what the judges are favoring and what all the subscribers are favoring. Or just those few subtle edits. And
That's
you know,
true. And to use that as an example, to go back to Chiz and Ricky Chops, why Chiz won is, in the end, were you entertained? And with Ricky Chops, I was interested. I wanted to see more, but I wasn't entertained in the same fashion I was with Dr. Chiz, where he took us back on kind of this nostalgic journey through our gaming history. So at the end of it, I was like, hey, that was cool. I was a little bit more entertained when it came to Chiz's video to Ricky Chops, but I think I would be more interested to subscribe to Ricky Chops based off of that video because I wanted to see more, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's
just my opinion on it.
My question is, and we might have to save this for another time, but how much exposure are these guys getting in reality? Because I mean, some of the first videos they got on here getting 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, and then it's certainly slowed down a lot, even though you're seeing the guys that are winning are continuing to get their name out there. And I know this was supposed to be, but for everybody to share subscribers, everybody get the exposure. You know, it was a win-win for Woody. It was a win-win for the guys that were participating. But how much is it translating to personal channels? That's kind of something I'm interested to start doing a little bit more research about.
Again, it comes down to the desire for somebody to see more from you, and I don't know the recipe for that. If I did, I'd be a lot more successful than I am.
I think if everybody knew the recipe for that, it would be
Eric
kind of.
said, "I got 6,000 subs."
Yeah, maybe we should be looking at Eric. You know, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta. I guess the more people want to watch you, the more likely they will subscribe. But after a while, you know, I guess they get sick and tired of subscribing to so many people.
That's true. Yeah, some people are reaching their end. I think it's going to take a fresh batch of subscribers, which means a new game that generates viewers, a new Call of Duty, a new Battlefield. I think some of us just need to wait it out until that happens.
I just hope when Battlefield comes out, Battlefield 3, it gets a lot of attention.
I think it will.
It will.
It most likely will. I think it's going to overtake Call of Duty.
You're not going to put $100 million in advertisement for it not to.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Absolutely.
that too. These guys
Absolutely.
went like hardcore on that advertising.
All right. Well, I think we're coming up on our end of the series here. I'm trying to keep it under 20 minutes. So, do y'all have anything y'all want to put out before we go ahead and end this thing?
Battlefield
Absolutely.
3, buy it.
Battlefield
And,
3, right? Exactly.
I got nothing. Ivan, the end. Appreciate you joining us, man.
I love you too, bro. No homo.
All right, all homo. That's great.
I said no
Outstanding.
homo. You just said all homo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I heard all homo.
No, dude, that's the way you go. It's all right.
All right. That's all we got, guys. This is Sergeant Merrill out here.